5 or 6 years ago. You know, when I do this, you'll think, what? I can learn this like in 2 minutes. But in any case, the idea is that the neck is put in a particular position and stretched. So the upper traps primarily being stretched, which attaches to the occiput, right? So the occiput is a reaction to the stretch, kind of rotates inferior, and it articulates with the sphenoid. So it creates what's called in the biocranial talk, it creates anatomical flexion, because the occiput and the sphenoid end up doing this. According to Dr. Boyd, who was the individual who developed this technique, that anatomical flexion then has kind of a domino effect to affect all the other sutures of the brain, the skull, and it also relaxes the dura. So the dura is what lines the brain, lines the skull, lines the spinal column cord, and it also increases primary respiratory mechanism, which is a craniosacral word for increasing vitality. So these are the 3 things that are done. It looks pretty simple. I'm sure that most of you are somewhat familiar with traditional craniosacral, like up-ledger stuff. Those of you who are not, quite often, it takes half an hour to an hour and a half to perform the treatment, and it doesn't feel like anything's happening. The hand is just kind of very lightly held on your skull or on your kind of sacrum or whatever. A couple times that I've received it, I just fell asleep, and then I thought to myself, if I do this as a doctor, I'm going to fall asleep doing it. So I decided, now I'm not going to learn that. Plus, there's other aspects of being able to feel the respiratory mechanism, which is a different rhythm than your respiration or your pulse. And I'm not so sure that I can feel that or wanted to feel that or whatever. So when I was exposed to this technique, which doesn't take very long, as you'll see, I'm like, yeah, this is what I like. And so it's a cranial form of manipulation that I use. And it's performed bilaterally. The period of time that the engagement is applied with the stretches is about 30 to 45 seconds, and then you do the other side, so it's like over in like 2 minutes typically, so it's pretty easy. In relationship to that, there's not a lot of difference. It's applied the same to everybody, just based on their tolerance for stretch and their position. So what I'm palpating for is the external occipital protuberance and the superior nuchal line, and then the engagement of the stretch. So the advantage is it's not really applied that differently on different patients. It's pretty much the same, so it made it kind of easy, just, practically speaking. So go ahead and lay down. Although the table needs to be up higher, so that's why I'm using this table. Yeah, the table goes up and down.
That was creepy.
You think that was creepy, you just wait till you see it move.
So where can we stand to see this?
No, just around. I'm going to be around the top of the table.
You mean his head?
Yeah, his head on the table.
Is his head turned? It is a little bit.
Pretty good stretch, huh? Any more in his head to top off. So this is specifically engaging the upper traps, which again inserts on the occiput, which articulates with the sphenoid. I'm holding his shoulder down so that you get a bigger stretch on the muscle. Sometimes people will feel kind of a burning sensation because the muscles are under stretch, burn. That's why you're in the gym. They say feel the burn. All right, so that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to demonstrate that so you can see it. It was also, as you see.